Hello everyone, I'm just waiting for Cora to come out of her physio, so while I'm sat here in the van, thought I'd just do a very quick posting on my new phone and just highlight something that I put on Facebook yesterday regarding the protests that we want to organise for 2015 down at the Houses of Parliament in London. If you are a UK resident and you feel that you would like to come down and support us on that day, we'd be extremely grateful. The more people we can get there holding banners, wearing t-shirts and basically making a noise, the better. This is about making it clear to the Watchtower that, and to Parliament, that we expect something to be done regarding the two-witness rule. That's what we're there for on this particular protest. It's to really give the voiceless, the children, a voice. It's about making sure that the most vulnerable within the Watchtower society, which are the children, are protected that little bit more. Because as we know, the two-witness rule does not protect them at all. In fact, it actively works against them and their security, and that of the security of their parents too. So what we're there for is to make it very clear to the MPs that we want to basically come out and support us. So if you have MPs that you, from your own constituents, as you're coming down to protest with us, it would be great if you could write to them or get in contact with them, even go and see them like I have a number of times, and just say, look, we're on this date, we're going to be outside Parliament, can you advise on the best way to maximise the protest? We would like you there, Mr. or Mrs. B, and just come along and at least shake hands with our group as we're stood outside making a protest. We also want the press to be there. That would be very useful to get some press coverage as well. And we want to make it very clear that the laws are totally inadequate when it comes to the Watchtower and its policies. Now, we know there's a national inquiry going on for historical sexual child abuse allegations, that type of thing. We want Watchtower to be added into that mix because of its horrendous history of paedophilia within its organisation and the role it plays in not really functioning as a group to protect its children. The policies and procedures that they use do not work. Everybody knows that. It's a complete sham, and so we want something done about it. Yes, I would agree with Watchtower. They are not breaking any laws, and that's very clear in the UK. They're not breaking any laws, but the laws themselves aren't there to be broken. And so therefore that's what we want changed. Mandatory reporting to be the absolute bare minimum to be brought in as a requirement for them to at least have to report allegations of abuse straight away. I would also like them to all be put through the disclosure and barring service to make sure that they are registered and have to register people that work with children. You see, the Watchtower claims it doesn't work with children. It doesn't have Sunday schools, creches, they don't go to barbecues and parties and that sort of thing. And so therefore they claim they are exempt from the DBS. We would argue differently. We would argue that elders and ministerial servants do take children in cars and go from door to door, don't they, Watchtower? And many other little arrangements that they have, especially those devious ones that want to molest a child or indeed rape a child. So we want that stopped. We want these people reported, and we know that for a fact if an allegation is brought forward by Watchtower, they're not taken to the DBS, the Disclosure Barring Service, because they don't feel they have to, that they're not legally obligated to, because they don't feel they are a part of that whole working arrangement. Are you, Watchtower? Which is a total farce. So that's the whole purpose of it. It's to get them involved with the inquiry itself. We want them in the mix with all of the other faith groups and establishments that are still out there that are not actually acting in a way that they should do. Many of them are now working hard to try and rectify the situation. Even the Catholic Church has acknowledged it has a massive problem and is trying to rectify where it can. It's got a long way to go. But there's one organisation that really doesn't believe it has a problem at all. And that organisation is Watchtower. So we want that changed. We want everybody to know it has a massive problem with this. 25 paedophiles convicted in the UK in the last 4 years alone suggests, when you look at the proportionality of this, that they have a major problem. And those are the convicted ones. What about all the others that are just sealed in envelopes in congregation files marked confidential? because there was only one witness. So that's what we're up against. That's what we want Parliament to look at. This is ripe for the occasion. But what we need is bodies. We need people that feel passionate about this, to come down, sacrifice a day and make a difference with us and stand there. We're not expecting you to throw bricks through windows or do anything silly, but as a decent, civilized group of people, we care passionately about children, and we want those children, those that we know are vulnerable within Watchtower, to be protected. And so this is the start of just another campaign to get it up and running and to get MPs conscious of the fact that there's something dramatically wrong here. So please, when I come forward sometime in the new year, sometime before, maybe just after the election, I don't know yet, but we'll put out more details as to when it is. We'll try and give people as much notice as possible, so that you can come down and bring your placard, your signs, your t-shirts. And it's really worth the effort. We want to film it if we can. If you don't want to be involved in the film, then all you have to do is say, I don't want to be a part of the film, but I am coming down to protest. Then you just stand to one side and be another part of another group, which is absolutely brilliant. We respect that wish. So privacy can still be made. But if you want to be part of the group and have your photograph taken and maybe some video footage as well, then that'll be great too. So either way, we're going to make a noise. We want to make this loud and proud, that we are not afraid of bringing this to the attention of the authorities, and somebody has to do it. So it's down to all of us, not just me, but all of us, to make a difference. If we know that this is going on, what are we doing about it? What are all of us doing about it? We need to educate Parliament that this cannot carry on. So I'd leave it there. Thank you very much for my little rant. But as I said, more details later on in the new year, and we'll put something together. So you don't need to volunteer for this video and put your name down on this one, but it'd be great to have your comments anyway, and to just really sort of get a barometer of info, sort of ideas of how many people might be interested in coming down. And I'm sure we'll be doing this through the Facebook channels as well, and generating a real associated day. Okay, maybe we might even get the witnesses down there to have a look at what we're doing. So anyway, love you all, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.